Hey guys, what's up? Surmo11 here. Today I'll be talking about the recent trailer for Pokemon Sun and Moon, in which Game Freak showed off the newest starter evolutions, new Pokemon, and returning characters. Starting things off with the evolutions, yes, the Chinese leaks from a very long time ago were correct. A lot of people doubted this and they kind of came off as stupid because for one, we have a lot of evidence supporting that these were legit. I even made a video on it in which I literally said that Ash from the main Pokemon anime and the new trial captain Malo were in the image, but people were still doubting this, and other channels uploaded videos like this, just giving evidence as to why these were legit. And doubting things doesn't make you smarter. It doesn't make you sound smarter. I just had to say that just because of the fact of how many people were like, these probably aren't legit. And what's your basis for that? When we have Ash and Malo in these images, I don't think, if someone were to make fake starters, I don't think they would put Ash or Malo in there. I just feel like that wouldn't come across in someone's mind to do that. So, just my opinion. Anyways, Rowlet's final evolution is Do-Si-Do-I. It is a grass/ghost type, which is very surprising since Rowlet is a grass flying type for its first two forms. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing since I don't know the typings that well and I'm not really into competitive battling that much. I do know that Ghost is immune to fighting and normal attacks, I guess basically physical attacks, and yeah, that's all I really know. And I think the evolution looks pretty cool. I like how its covering is a hoodie, even the string-like things that's coming from its body, those are actual strings which it can pull to make the hoodie close and everything. And I'm wondering if the hoodie can come off since it's pretty much is a hoodie. So, Do-Si-Do-I has a signature move called Spirit Shackle, which prevents the opponent from switching out. And Rowlet was the starter that I was going with, and at this point there's no reason to change that unless I find out something about the ghost type that I don't really like or anything like that. But overall, it looks great. Probably one of the best. There's also another good one that I really enjoy, so let's talk about that one. Moving on to Lin's evolution, Incineroar, which is a fire/dark type. Again, I don't know the helpfulness of the typing, but it's a cool wrestler tiger Pokemon. Its signature move is Darkest Lariat, which ignores the opponent's stat changes. And that sounds very powerful. I'd love to see more of this move just so I can learn more about it. And I like this Pokemon too, and I kind of want it on my team. I've looked at the leaks already, and there might be room for an extra member on my team that I could switch out. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll have 7 members and just, switch back and forth. Overall, I think fire is a more useful type than grass, but we shall see. Rowlet is cool, but I usually pick fire types. And if Rowlet's final evolution was grass flying, I might have been more inclined to pick it, but who knows? I don't really know the helpfulness of the types, as I've said numerous times. So, again, that's for the people that are really into this. Please tell me what's going on. Thanks. Finally, Popplio evolves into Primarina, which is a water/fairy type, as some people predicted, because they noticed that Popplio could learn a fairy type move very early on. And its signature move is Sparkling Aria, which heals the burns of any target it strikes. And I'm wondering if this is the same name as the character from the Pokemon anime, and I'm going to look it up in the video right now, because there was a character, I think, named Aria. Yeah, so the name is the same. I'm wondering if that's related or anything. It might not, who knows, but again, Sparkling Aria heals the burns of any target it strikes. This sounds more helpful in a team battle, something that you would use on a teammate. I don't really know how this could benefit you if you're facing one person. I don't see why you would want to heal the person that you're fighting, but who knows? I don't know about competitive battling. They also showed off all of the other island guardians, and it turns out that Game Explain predicted all of the names of the islands perfectly. And I'll go through all of the different Tapios, but I don't really have much to say on them. So, starting things off, we have, and the site is loading because I didn't put this in my notes. So, starting things off with Tapio Lili, it is a psychic fairy type and it has the ability Psychic Surge. It's pink with Tapio Coco's pattern sort of thing going on its body. Moving on to Tapio Bolo, which is the land spirit Pokemon. It is grass slash fairy, and its ability is Grassy Surge. And this one, as the name suggests, it looks like a bull. It has horns and everything. It also has a bell at the bottom of its body. That's what it looks like. And this one's red and black. And finally, we have Tapio Fini, which is the land. Again, these are all the land spirit Pokemon. I think, yeah, these are all land spirit Pokemon. This one is water slash fairy, and if you haven't noticed, they're all fairy types. And it has the ability Misty Surge. This one looks cool. It looks like if it were to like close its body, it would look like some sort of fish creature. Even then, if it opens its body up, it looks kind of like a mermaid. So, yeah. They also showed off two other Pokemon, which is Cosmog, which is the Nebula Pokemon. It's a psychic type, and it has the ability Unaware. Again, this was in the leaks, but it looks pretty cool. It looks like a nebula cloud. I don't really know what else to say about it. And then we have Alolan or Alola Persian, which is the Classy Cat Pokemon, and it is dark, and it has the ability Furcope slash Technician. A lot of people have compared this Alola Persian to Garfield. Like there's a gray Garfield in one of the Garfield shows or comics, and it kind of does look like that. It looks a little silly, but who cares? It's not that much of a big deal. The Island Guardians also have a Z move called Guardian of Alola, which they put their heads, they turn into like their totem form or whatever, and that's kind of used as a head on top of this energy-like body that they use to attack. So basically it's a totem on this massive body, which I believe it used its fist to attack, and it looks really cool. You should look it up if you haven't seen the trailer yet. And finally, the best news from this trailer, which I was spoiled about by checking Facebook, Red and Blue are back, and they look older. They're returning to the game. Red actually has a 96 on his shirt, which someone pointed out, and Blue doesn't look too different, but again, they look older. They look awesome. One thing that I did notice was Red has he definitely has a more defined chin. They also showed off Cynthia, Wally is there, and basically there will be famous trainers in the game. I'm guessing they won't put in all the gym leaders and all the Elite Four and all the rivals and all the champions, because that's just a lot of characters, but so far, was Wally the champion? I believe, wait. No, Wally was not the champion. Wally was the person you fought right before the Elite Four. So, somewhat famous people. Why is Wally there? Cynthia's a champion. Blue and Red are champions. Again, I'm guessing this will be like fan favorites or like people that the studio liked or and everything, because I don't really know who could be included and who shouldn't be included. Because if it was up to me, I'd include everyone, but that's a lot of characters. And apparently the leaks were right again, and this was a really, really old leak saying that the game would involve the creation of a Pokemon League, and that is exactly the case in this game. And I thought this game wouldn't be too long because of the trial. The trials aren't that long. I mean, we also have two evil teams kind of in the game, but the trials just don't seem that engaging. But the creation of a Pokemon League could actually make for a massive post-game, which could be bigger than the second generation. That's just what I think. I think this has a lot of potential, and it sounds cool. But it's weird because no one's talking about this. I know Game Explain talked about this because I've been watching all their discussions and everything. They did talk about how there was a leak or a rumor saying that, this game would involve the creation of a Pokemon League because there isn't one in Alola, but no one else has brought that up. I haven't heard that much about this theory, so I mean, Game Explain, whoever told them or wherever they saw this, they were on the money. Good job. And I think what was really exciting about this trailer was Red and Blue returning and the creation of the Pokemon League. Those sound like great plot lines. And Game Freak knows that they can do a callback to any generation, but if they use the first generation, people will love it to death. People will flock to that because everyone loves first generation. Overall, I really enjoyed this trailer, and I wouldn't mind if this was the last one before the release of the games, or we could take a break from all the trailers and all the news, and we can just have a launch day trailer, leave it at that. What did you guys think about this trailer? Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like my content and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook. The links are below. I'm Sirma11. See you next time, and peace out.